My first question for you is, why are you doing this interview? What do you hope to get out of this?
I believe that the most important goal for me is to show people that I may be incarcerated, but that does not necessarily mean that I am a monster or a villain. That the mistake I made 12 years ago at the age of 13 is not something that defines my life.
I've seen video footage. I've seen still photographs of you together. You playing the role of perhaps protective older brother, her as the cheeky, mischievous younger sister. Can you rationalize or explain now how you came to do what you did to your sister?
I don't think I can easily explain everything, because if I could, we wouldn't be talking about it 12 years later. I think that's been one of the biggest challenges for other people through the years, because no one likes to be confused. No one likes to be bewildered. We like easy answers.
Growing up, no one had suspected that Paris was a psychopath, and that the murder he committed when he was only 13 had been meticulously planned for a reason.
4-year-old Ella Bennett was fatally stabbed. Taken into custody was her 13-year-old brother.
Paris Bennett convinced his babysitter to go home early while their mom was gone. He stabbed Ella 17 times.
From what I've read, you were weighing up various options. One was to potentially kill the babysitter. One was to kill your mother, with whom you had lots of anger towards. And the other was to kill your sister. And in the end, you determined that if you killed your sister but didn't kill your mother, that your mother would then live her life with the agony of losing her little girl, and that might be a bigger punishment than killing your mother. Is that a fair characterization of your thinking?
Yes, it is. For many, many years, there was just this hot, flaming ball of wrath in the pit of my stomach, and it was directed at my mother. And one of the reasons why I chose to kill my sister and not someone else is because I knew that by doing so, I could hurt my mother in the worst possible way. Because I had always known as a child that the most devastating thing to my mother would be the loss of one of her children. And I found a way to take away both her children in one fell swoop.
A person who has normal empathy, normal emotions, when they talk about their crime, you can see it. They have a tell. They tremble, they look down, their faces blanch, they get red, their voices begin to crack, because it is evoking genuine emotions and feelings from that memory. He has none of that.
His affect is very flat.
Yeah.
You can be talking about the murder, or you can be talking about the books he's reading.
Right.
But the affect is exactly the same all the way through.
You have a very good memory, I'm told, like really almost a photographic memory of stuff. Do you remember the day of the murder very acutely? Is it a very vivid memory?
I remember impressions more than I do vivid memories. It's not like there's a film in my head that I can just play whenever I want to. That's really all I can say about it. There are parts that are very, very clear, and there are parts that are hard to remember.
He has an amazing memory when it comes to a lot of other things. But when you start to ask, because I've asked, like, where did all this start? That's when he starts getting vague.
At what point in that day had you decided you were going to kill somebody?